Welcome to Biohacking with Brittany. Thank you for tuning into this very special podcast episode. I am a holistic nutritionist and specialize in women's health biohacker. And I'm pregnant for the first time. And I have been sharing my journey with you very intimately on this podcast. So if you haven't listened to the previous kind of episodes in this trilogy, I would really go back and listen to them. So every trimester, I've done my experience, realities versus expectations, and then my biohacks. So I did it for first trimester, second trimester, and now we are in the third trimester. And I always record it, obviously, when I'm in that time frame. So it's very honest. I'm going through it. You're hearing it firsthand. And it's really to help you, if you are pregnant going through this, if you are going to be in the next year, if you previously were, if you're just super curious, that's great too. I'm happy to have you to listen. And these episodes always get actually a lot of downloads. I think it's because they're so intimate and personal and just kind of different. So I'm just thankful that you're listening and thankful that you're here. Quick dive before, my gosh, can't even speak. I should add that to my list of things to talk about on my note. Yeah. Baby brain. Okay, there we go. Before I dive into this episode, a shout out to Mimeo. Mimeo is a stack of 4 different ingredients that really help with longevity and anti-aging and cellular health. They mimic a 36-hour fast. They're actually making waves. They were just at the most recent biohacking conference. I heard Ben Greenfield recently talking about them on his podcast. And this is for all of the people out there who are really, really interested in longevity on a very serious level. There's been some really profound impacts that they have done, profound research that they've done and that they're currently doing. So really great for autophagy, activating autophagy. And the 4 ingredients are PEA, OEA, spermidine, and NMN. So they're all very powerful and mimics a 36-hour fast. So one of my favorite biohacking supplements by far is Mimeo and probably will always be. So you can use my discount code BIOHACKINGBRITTANY to get a percentage off at checkout. And I really recommend it. And then the other one that I recommend is actually a brand called Recommend. And they have formulations that are really focused on boosting your energy, stamina, and libido, both for men and for women. I love this because I think this is a really underrated space, and it's not a space that I actually really dabble in a lot, but I think there is a lot to be said about these supplements. Now, my husband has taken the Man Plus formula and has reported more exciting morning wake ups, if you know what I'm trying to say. So basically more erections in the morning. And that's saying something because he's 30 or he's 31. So he, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't necessarily need it as much, but has noticed a big difference with it. So I really recommend because I think their formula is really smart if you're somebody who's in this space who is kind of struggling with these things. So it's got minerals, vitamins, and herbs in it. TCM, so traditional Chinese medicine, that are dedicated to supporting men and women separately. I love this for women. I think it's great for postpartum. I think a lot of women kind of go through that stage of potentially like not feeling as comfortable in your body, as sexy maybe, or even like the physical symptoms of it, of like maybe you're more dry, that type of thing. This can really be supportive for that. So I love that. I love the formulation and I really do stand by it. I also think it's great for perimenopause and menopause for the same type of thing. If you are dealing with these symptoms of like low libido, low stamina, and low energy, which a lot of us deal with, this can be great for that. So check it out. I think it's really wonderful to add to your stack. And I think it can be powerful if you want to use it. All right. So today's episode is all about my third trimester experience. Oh my word. Where do I even begin? So second trimester, if you go back and listen to it, That episode was great. Second trimester was filled with energy, a ton of working out, healthy eating. I did so much in my business. I launched my baby steps course, which if you want it, it's live now. It's exactly how I got pregnant on the very first try, even with a low key PCOS diagnosis. There's a bunch of women in there, and it's designed to help people be proactive and preventative about preconception health and have a healthier pregnancy and healthier birth and everything like that. So that I launched all of that during second trimester. I launched that entire course. I built that entire course and launched it within those 3 months. Then, which I love. And also you can see it in my bio on social media. I do have a private discount for anyone listening to this episode. So all you have to do is send me a DM and I will send you the discounted link. And I do that because I really want to value the people in my community. And if you're listening to this, I value you. So you get a discount. So just, message me. It's just not public anywhere. And so then third trimester came and things changed. So first of all, we moved across the country. We bought a house and we moved. And that was at the beginning of third trimester. So that was around like 30 weeks, I think. We bought a house in a couple months before, a few months before, sold our condo. So we had to organize all of that, like organize everything that had to be moved, moving our stuff, and then actually doing the move. We drove across the country. I didn't want to fly being this pregnant. I also just don't think the radiation from planes is a great idea. So going through that was a lot. It was a lot of fun. Driving through Canada, I've done it before and probably wouldn't do it again. And it was a lot of fun, but I've seen a lot of Canada now and I'm probably good for a while. And so it was fine. It was fine. It was at the beginning of my third trimester. I was still almost kind of in second trimester zone where I didn't really have any new symptoms or my body wasn't super different or anything like that. So then we moved into the new house and that's been phenomenal. We have we've done so much unpacking. We've bought so much furniture. We've had so much delivered. And so honestly, my third trimester experience has probably been a lot more stressful and heavy and full on than the average woman, I would argue. And that's because, again, we moved across the country during my third trimester. I think that if you have family around you and you have support, I think it's fine to do, which we've done, which we have family around. But looking back, like I would not, if I didn't have family around, I would not do it again. I think it's a lot of work because I work full time, even more than full time. And then to add on unpacking boxes every night and sorting out where everything needs to go. Holy smokes, takes forever. Moving is like a full-time job. And to do it pregnant in your third trimester is a lot. So just be really smart about it if you're going to do it as well. So that's kind of like really shaped my experience with third trimester has been this move. I think it would have been a lot chiller, easier, less stressful again if I didn't move. But now, at this point, I just finished 37 weeks. I'm starting 38 weeks. Now at this point, we're fully moved in. We're building our home gym. We still have stuff to do, but it's not nearly as like wild and chaotic as it was. And I actually really get to enjoy having my family around. So like my mom was just here for the weekend. We did some postpartum meal prep. And then, I'm seeing her in a couple of weeks and I've had family here. And so it's been nice to be kind of in the flow of things and have family here. Back to third trimester, I knew that this trimester would be harder than the second trimester. I knew that that's kind of what people say. I knew that, I would likely be uncomfortable and get bigger and those types of things. And that's exactly what happened. So the reality and the expectation here was on point and it was correct. So I definitely got bigger. I am I don't even know. I am so pregnant right now. If you look at me from the front and I'm wearing like all black, you can't even really tell. But if you look at me from the side, it's like, holy smokes. It's like a basketball. It's just like, ching, super, super pregnant. Okay. And also like, you can tell if you know me, you can tell if you like, look at my face, if you look at my arms, if you look at my legs, like I'm just like softer everywhere, we shall say. And I do want to talk about weight gain because I think it is important. So in my second trimester podcast episode, I talked about how I really struggled with weight gain in the beginning of second trimester because I was gaining weight and I was like flabby, like I was just soft, like the tone of my core was gone. The tone of my arms was gone, but I didn't have a belly. So I didn't look cute and pregnant and like, oh, you're glowing. Like I didn't have any of that. It was just, it looked like I hadn't worked out in 2 months type of vibe. So then, then the belly popped and it got better. And now the belly is like, you can't even hide it, not even close to trying to hide it. I'm just like a whale walking around these streets. And it's fine. And I will say, I hope future Brittany, if I get pregnant again one day and choose to do it, I should re-listen to these episodes and remind myself, because once you get to third trimester, even halfway through third trimester, you get to a point where you don't really care anymore about the weight gain because the baby's gaining about 0.5 pound a week for a while. And that's good. That's what you want. There's really not much you can do. And you get to a point where you're like, it doesn't really even matter. It doesn't matter if I finish this pregnancy at this amount of weight or an extra 5 pounds or less than 5 pounds. If you're eating healthy and trying to be as healthy as you can. Okay. That's the caveat here. I don't, go to McDonald's. I don't eat fast food. Like I really try not to. I really try to like hone in my cravings and like splurges. I'm really cognizant of it. Obviously, I'm a nutritionist. So yeah, so you get to this point where you don't really care as much. And that is because you see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think that's the best part about third trimester is like I said, you see the end. The end is in sight. Okay. First trimester, you're like, holy smokes, I have so long to go. Second trimester, it still feels like that. You're like, oh man, 4 or 5 months. That's like forever. Like that's so far from here. And then third trimester, it's like, whoa, this baby's coming in 3 weeks. Okay. I am not prepared. Let's organize everything. Nesting kind of kicks in and all of that. So with the weight gain, I would agree that happens as well. And I don't think I would have known that. I don't think I would have known that in second trimester that I would feel this way in third trimester. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Once you hit 37 weeks, like once you finish 37 weeks, which I've done, you kind of stop gaining weight. And it's this weird phenomenon where the baby continues to get bigger, but you typically stop gaining weight. And some women even actually lose a bit of weight in the last few weeks of pregnancy. And that's because your amniotic fluid actually starts to decrease. So I think the last time I weighed myself, I was about 40 pounds more than normal. I had no expectation going into pregnancy about my end goal of how much I wanted to gain. Okay. I had no expectation. I only want to gain 25 pounds. Like I did not have a number in mind. And so that's probably why I feel fine with that number, because I didn't put any pressure necessarily on myself. I think what happened with me was that I started gaining weight very quickly in first trimester and into second trimester. And then I think I've slowed down since probably maybe like 33 weeks, 35 weeks, something like that. I think I've slowed down because like I said, in my first trimester, I gained 10 pounds, which is which is not normal. But I mean, who's to say what's normal, right? Some women lose weight because they're eating healthier or they're throwing up, or just simply not drinking alcohol makes women lose weight. Some people gain more weight, whatever. So I'm really fine with 40 pounds. I think the average, apparently, I posted about this on Threads and I got so many replies. Apparently, the average is 25 to 35 pounds. Okay. So if that's true, which apparently so many women don't think that's true and don't agree. If that's true and I've gained 40 pounds, then I'm fine with that. I'm not concerned. Again, I eat as healthy as I can. I'm taking all of these vitamins and supplements. I'm trying to sleep. And yeah, I'm at that point where, yeah, I don't really care as much. So it'll be interesting when I do this podcast episode, about postpartum and like breastfeeding and how that all goes. I'm not sure. I have no idea what my weight loss is going to look like after birth. I have no idea. Again, I'm not setting any type of expectation of like, after week 1, after birth, I'm going to weigh this amount of money, this amount of weight. Like, I don't want to set that expectation. Obviously, my goal will be to be back to where I was before I got pregnant. Yeah. And have my body feeling, it doesn't have to look like it did, I guess. Or like, I know it will look different and feel different, but I really just want to be able to fit into my clothes and feel, I don't know, healthy and fit again. I think it's more like the fitness part of it. So that's kind of where I'm at weight wise. And I think it's good to share because I want to be really honest and I want women to hear other women's experiences and not to like hide anything like that. So that's the weight aspect of it. And I definitely do want to talk about, in relation to that, is clothing. I'm at a point now where so little of my clothing fits. Literally, it's probably enough clothing. I probably have enough for a week, like 7 t-shirts or outfits, and I'm rotating them, and that's it. Like maybe more. I have 4 bodysuits and like 5 t-shirts, and that's it. That fit me right now. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. I don't really have anything nice to wear out. I don't really have any sundresses. I don't have any skirts. And I'm at that point where I'm so big that I'm just wearing the same things over and over again. But I refuse to spend any more money on buying maternity clothing because I'm so close to the end that I just cannot justify it. So, prep as much as you need to. I would definitely say, if you're listening to this and say like you're at the beginning of your 3rd trimester, yeah, definitely take a bit of an inventory. Do you have like large, oversized t-shirts that can fit you with a bump? If you don't, buy a handful of them. That's kind of what I've lived in. I think it was in the end of 2nd trimester or something like that. I went on to Abercrombie and I bought, I think it was about 5 shirts, all size large, these boyfriend shirts that they call them. So they're already baggy and longer because obviously when your belly's out, your shirts become shorter. So they're longer. And I bought ones that are like Ford Bronco or like whatever design on them, like tropical or just plain black. I have a plain black one, doesn't matter. And I just bought a handful of those. And that's really what I would recommend is like get something that's really comfy. I don't like anything that digs into my belly whatsoever. So I'm very picky about what I'm wearing right now. I know some women are like more okay with wearing like jeans that have that button up below the belly and then have the, elastic that comes over it. That's not me. I don't wear that stuff. I don't want it. And it's not my vibe. It's also summer. So it's hot. And like the idea of wearing something like that is horrific for me. I don't want that. If you're looking for some really good brands, I can really hook you up here. So first and foremost, Juunaday, I've talked about them before. My friend Marjorie owns that company. This is clothing that protects against EMF, which is super, super important when you're pregnant. And their designs are exactly for pregnant women. So I have 2 jumpsuits or play suits, one in black and one in plum, it's a really nice color. And I love these. So one I bought in a size medium, one I bought in a size large. And definitely now my 3rd trimester, the large fits really nicely. It doesn't like pull up on my crotch or anything like that. I don't wear underwear or bra with either of them. And it's the best. They're long, like their pants and then their tank top at the top, and they're phenomenal. And the best part is like that they also protect against EMF. So if I'm working on my computer on the couch because I'm uncomfortable at my desk, I can wear the Juunaday play suit and know that my belly is protected. There's also a pocket that protects you against your phone as well if you put your phone in there. Let's talk about Mimeo, a breakthrough longevity supplement that hacks your biology to help you look and feel younger. It was created by PhDs in nutrition from over 7 years of clinical research, and Mimeo was designed to mimic the longevity benefits of fasting in a simple daily pill. Not only has Mimeo been shown to extend lifespan in animals by 96%, but users have been able to take as much as 2.5 years off their biological age in just 8 weeks. How? Mimeo's groundbreaking biomimetic formula uses a patented blend of all natural metabolites that work together to help your cellular health from the inside out. First, there's OEA, which is a metabolic supercharger clinically proven to help control appetite and promote fat metabolism, so you can crush those cravings and silence food noise throughout the day. Then there's spermidine, the cellular autophagy activator, helping clear out cellular junk to boost cognition, clear brain fog, and refresh your cells. Next, there's nicotinamide, a broad-spectrum NAD+ booster that's been shown to improve everything from metabolism to skin glow to immune health. And lastly, there's PEA, one of the body's most powerful rest and repair molecules that helps control inflammation, relieve discomfort, and enhance recovery so you can get that youthful energy back. Mimeo is designed to work like a super fast, super efficient fasting diet, but without actually having to fast. It's all about tapping into the power of your own biology, giving your body the cheat code to work its best, making you feel younger and healthier today. You can try Mimeo today. Use my discount code at checkout, which is BIOHACKINGBRITTANY, and you can get all of these benefits in a simple supplement today. Again, that's BIOHACKINGBRITTANY in all capitals. So definitely try it and let me know what you think. So love those. I have 2 of those. And then I have the belly band as well. So the belly band is exactly what it sounds like. It's kind of like almost like a skirt that you would just put underneath your like bra line, and it goes around your belly. And you can wear it under anything. So you can wear it under these baggy t-shirts and it will protect the baby from EMF, and it will like redirect any radiation and EMF the opposite direction of where your baby is, which is so important. So I love those. I'm living in those right now. Then there's Bumpsuit. I love Bumpsuit. I also have a discount for Bumpsuit. I have a discount for Juunaday as well. So it's Brittany in all capitals. And then I have a discount for Bumpsuit as well. I think it's Biohacking Brittany. I don't think that one is on my website. I should probably add it. Just message me if you want it or the link. So Bumpsuit is great. Bumpsuit, just like Juunaday, their price point is a bit higher, and that's totally fine because the quality is there. So it's actually really nice to get a discount because it saves you, money. So Bumpsuit, it's 20% off my discount. And I actually bought Bumpsuit off of Facebook Marketplace secondhand in my first trimester before I became an affiliate with them. And I bought a like leotard that's like shorts. It's black, super comfortable. It's tight, but it's not like doesn't dig in. And I bought a medium, which is probably not what I would have bought pre-pregnancy. I probably would have bought a small. And then I bought a long black spaghetti dress. And then I have I don't know the names of all of them, but it's like a long pantsuit in green. And I also have their shorts, like their spin cycle shorts. So that has been great. All 4 of those I bought secondhand off of Facebook Marketplace. And then I was wearing it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. And I was like, okay, I'm going to become an ambassador for them or an affiliate. And so I reached out and they sent me some of their nursing bras. Holy smokes. These are the nicest nursing bras I have ever worn. Mind you, I haven't, breastfed yet. So we'll see how it goes. But they are so soft, like butter, literally like butter. If you're pregnant and you're listening to this and you've started to do some research on freaking nursing bras, they are so ugly. Okay. They are I cannot. I just cannot with them. They make them look like, I don't even know. It's like the granny panty version of a bra. It's so thick. It's so big. It's so chunky. It's the least sexiest thing you've ever seen in your life. And I've ordered some of them and I got them and I tried them on. I was like, am I going to wear this for a year? I don't think so. So then I go on Bumpsuit. I'm like, okay, Bumpsuit's got to have this down. They have such cute bras. They have seamless ones. They have ones that are very soft and you just pull it down and they're cute. They're actually sexy and cute. They're not like your grandmother's bra. Okay. So please spend the money. It's so worth it. I got 3. I have 2 of the seamless ones. I'm forgetting the names. And then I have one other one that actually does have the bra hooks at the back and it unclips by the boobs. And so I'm going to see kind of how that goes. And I have many nursing bras because I got gifted some. I got some from, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I forget all these brands that people use, but Bumpsuit, I have a feeling that I'm only going to wear the Bumpsuit ones and I'm probably going to donate the other ones and then just buy 5 other Bumpsuit ones because again, if that makes me feel good, I'm going to wear them. So Bumpsuit for that is phenomenal. The other maternity wear brand that I would suggest is called Legoe Heritage. This is a brand that is out of Australia. Now, Australia, there's something about Australia that just does things right when it comes to women's fashion and jewelry, like, and bikinis. Honestly, like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the culture and like that it's warm all the time and their sense of style, but there's something about the way the Australians do things that it's just like spot on. So this company, again, Legoe Heritage, Legoe, they are phenomenal. Again, pricey. Like, I'm not going to lie. This is not cheap clothing. And so I've only bought a handful of things from them. Man, I feel like I'm a modern coupon lady. If you go to their website, I think you get like 15% off if you sign up for their newsletter, which is what I did. And then there's always these Facebook ads that gives you 20% off their essentials capsule. So their essentials line. So look for that as well. But that's what I did. So I ordered a workout set. So it's like shorts and a workout bra. I ordered a dress for one of my baby showers, which was such a nice baby shower and such a nice dress. And I ordered a cardigan. And is that it that I got from them? Maybe that's it. I was thinking about doing another order, but I haven't done it yet. So what's really cool about Legoe Heritage is that they specialize in, maternity wear that you can also wear regularly. So the way that they design their dresses and their sweaters and their workout gear is like, it's designed so that once you go back to, your previous size, it's not going to be like all of this extra fabric on top of your belly. It's not going to be stretched out. Like they're very smart in their designs. And that's what I love. And the other thing that I love what they do, which Bumpsuit does not do, is that they have clothing designed for breastfeeding. So for example, the dress that I bought for my baby shower, it has these like little hidden zippers on the sides where your breasts are. And so it flaps down. And so you could easily breastfeed right there and then if you needed to. And they have a lot of designs like that. So even their workout bra has 3 buttons in the front. So say you're going to the gym, you're bringing your baby, you're in a workout class. And instead of like pushing down a tight workout bra, there's buttons and you just unbutton it and then you can breastfeed. So that is what I love. It's like multi-purpose, but it doesn't look multi-purpose. Like it doesn't look like this, like, it's very fashionable. Again, it's Australia. Like, what do you expect? It's the best. And so if I do another order from them, I'm probably going to order their pajamas, which are breastfeeding friendly because they button down in the front. And I want to order maybe a couple of their hoodies because they have hidden zippers on the sides. So I don't have to take off my hoodie and my shirt in the winter or, whatever I'm wearing. I can just have a hoodie on and then like whip out the boob and breastfeed, which I think would be great. So anyway, those are my favorite. They're really nice brands. I think something I've learned in third trimester is that your body changes so much and you get so much bigger in third trimester that if you can spoil yourself in any way possible, I really recommend you do it. That's kind of what I've been doing within reason, obviously, but it's really nice to get clothing that like fits you and feels nice and is high quality. It just makes you feel better about everything that you're going through. Obviously, it's a privilege to be able to do that, but I do think it's worth it. And I think there is something again about third trimester that kind of justifies that. And that's as well, I also wrote down here is like getting your hair and nails done, wearing makeup. It's the same thing. So I've had my nails done probably all of third trimester, which is more than I would typically do at this time of year. And I've also have like my toes done as well. But again, because I feel so different and my body looks so different and like I've gained so much weight, you know, going and getting my nails done really does make me feel better about myself. It makes me feel good about myself and pretty and like taken care of. And it's part of like my self-care right now because my self-care has to look so different. I can't go on the Peloton every day. I can't go to spin class. I'm not going out with friends, you know, for drinks or anything right now. Not that I'm even really drinking in general, but you know what I mean? Like I'm not traveling, I'm not doing these things. And so the little things like these little self-care moments that I have of getting my nails done really do matter and make me feel better. I don't do any type of like healthy, clean nail polish. I know that I should. I know that it's better for me. I know that the chemicals in the nail salons, I know. Trust me, I know. However, okay, it's probably the one area of my life where I'm just not at the point where I'm ready to like go green and go super healthy, especially when I am 37 weeks pregnant. Okay. I want my nails done. I want my hands to look good. So not happening. In the future, sure. Okay. But right now I'm taking what I can get. So same with my hair, having my hair highlighted, I really like doing. And I really suggest I try to actually wear more makeup right now than I normally do. But that is also because I've gained weight in my face and I have no cheekbones anymore. So I'm like trying to carve and like make my face look a bit more, you know, have a bit more glow to it. The nice thing about that though is that, you know, gaining weight is like your lines, if you have wrinkles or like fine lines or anything, are filled in. So it's like free filler essentially because your whole face is just filled with extra blood and fat. So it's like, it's just a weird place to be in. But yeah, I definitely do wear a bit more makeup right now than normal. And I'm fine with that. It makes me feel good and makes me feel pretty. And same with jewelry. Like I'm ordering new earrings and I just want to feel good about myself. And I just want to take care of myself in the way that I feel like I should. So you take that with a grain of salt. You do whatever you need to feel good. Oh, the other thing I will mention as well, this is about my experience, right? So we're not getting into any biohacking or healthy things necessarily on this episode. But the other brand that I will just do a shout out to is Lululemon. They have this underwear that is kind of like boxers for women. So they're little shorts and they're tight, but this has been a lifesaver. I think I stopped wearing thongs or anything smaller in second trimester. I still can now, but I either don't wear underwear at all or I wear these and I actually sleep in them and they're so comfortable. So they're like little boxer briefs. You buy them in a pack of 3 and I sleep in them as well. And it's really nice because it doesn't dig into your belly. I bought a large, like I bought way bigger than normal. So I bought a large, so I'm wearing larges. They stretch out. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's more just like comfort level again. So I really suggest like investing in quality underwear because your underwear is not going to fit. Very likely not going to fit by third trimester. So you'll have to buy some more. Okay. So I think you talked a lot about that. Again, I don't want to get into any biohacks or healthy things that I've been doing necessarily. This is all about my experience. So the other thing with experience is the sleep aspect. Right now, sleep is tough. I'm so used to it though, which is probably sad. I don't think I've slept throughout the night without waking up once since I've been pregnant, to be honest. Like I don't think so. Cause I get up to pee all of the time. When you shift positions, when you're this big, like you wake yourself up, you know what I mean? Like you feel your belly, the baby moves, all of these things. And so that's okay. I'm okay with that. Unfortunately, I guess I started taking gravel to help me sleep in the last couple of weeks, and that's been pretty helpful, I would argue. Now, I still wake up with it though, which is crazy. So what I do is I'm getting into a bit of a biohacker health thing here, but I take magnesium at night and then I take a gravel. And if I don't take either of those, I will wake up between like 7 to 8 times in one night. And if I take them, I will wake up like 3 times. So I still don't sleep throughout the night right now. And that's fine. I'm so used to it. I go to bed really early, so I'm still giving myself that really large window from, let's say, like 9:30, maybe 10 p.m. until 6:37. How many hours is that? That's like what, 9 hours, 8.5, 9 hours. And then out of that, and I look at my Oura ring, out of that, like 8.5 hours, I've only slept 7 hours, right? So I actually give myself that extra window so that I'm just trying to get in as many hours as possible. So if sleep is an issue, sometimes like gravel can be helpful. My midwife just recently told me that I can start taking melatonin at now, like when the last 3 weeks, you hit the last 3 weeks, you can start taking melatonin. Otherwise, you can't take it before. I don't know if I will take melatonin. I haven't yet. I will think about it. So there's that. And then the other thing with experience that is definitely worth talking about is baby brain. I need to do a full episode on this because there's actually research behind this. My memory recall is a joke. It is half of what it used to be. I didn't realize how quick I could think of things beforehand until I got pregnant. And now when people ask me questions, I'm just like, or I try to explain something to someone and I can't remember the word. I can't remember who said it. I can't remember the show. I can't remember the whatever it is. And it's getting worse and worse for sure during 3rd trimester. So that's been really interesting to watch. There's definitely like nootropics and things I can take to help with that. But I just have to keep in mind that I am pregnant. So it's kind of like, what should I take? What shouldn't I take? So I'm just not really doing too much of that right now, but postpartum, I probably will. I will probably take all of the nootropics and things to really help getting the brain back to normal. The research that I have heard about is basically, I think it's after birth. I think it's been proven that the prefrontal cortex becomes smaller, and that has to do with like the memory recall. But I need to do research on that and like look more into that. But it has been proven that like women do go through brain shrinkage during like postpartum, like after birth. So I don't know about pregnancy. Again, this has just been my experience. So if you're going through that, you're not alone. All in all, 3rd trimester has been pretty good. I have had a bout of back pain, and I'm going to talk a lot about that in the biohacks episode. Lower back pain, it was really debilitating for a while. So that was between weeks 34, what are we, 37 now? So maybe 34 and 36, something like that. And it was really bad. And it was because I was doing too much, for sure. I was simply doing too much. I was prepping the house for our baby shower here in Ontario. I was working full time and I wasn't sleeping wasn't sleeping well. And I got a lot of lower back pain, and it was really, really shitty. I am so excited to talk to you about a new range of products that I love from Recommend. Are you ready to revitalize your life, enhance your well-being, and unlock the full potential of your body and mind? Let's dive into their premium supplements, Man Plus Formula, Lady Plus Formula, and Clear Focus. First up, we have Man Plus Formula. Oh my gosh, I got my husband on this, and you should see these results. Designed for men who aspire beyond mediocrity, Man Plus Formula isn't just a supplement, it's a beacon of vitality. You can unleash your inner drive, optimize your natural energy, and boost your confidence with ingredients aimed at enhancing libido and stamina. What's really interesting about this supplement is my husband went on it and seriously noticed an increase in his libido. So much so that in the morning he was waking up happier, if you know what I mean, and just had more stamina and energy throughout the day. So he actually really, really loves this formula. It's got a bunch of vitamins, minerals, and herbs in it designed to really support men's libido, stamina, and drive. The Lady Plus formula is very, very simple. It can help enhance your sexual wellness, support hormonal balance, and revitalize your passion. I think this is super important for any women who are in that postpartum period or menopause or perimenopause, or any period if they're just feeling a little lower, not having as much libido or anything in that space. Filled with natural ingredients, and it's really crafted to enhance sensation and pleasure and just promoting a more satisfying experience in general. Last but not least, we cannot forget about getting that mental edge, and you can use their supplement called Clear Focus. It is a cognitive health supplement, and it is really great for mental clarity, and it features their premium ashwagandha extract, helps with the stress, enhance alertness, and supports your brain vitality without any fillers or artificial additives, which we love. So you can use my discount code BIOHACKINGBRITTANY for 20% off all of these products. I really recommend it. Check out the show notes or on my website. It is linked there. Use my discount code today. Don't wait, transform your health today and really enjoy supporting your energy, vitality, stamina, libido, and mental clarity through Recommend's premium products. And I'm talking back pain like I'm walking up the stairs and it's painful. Like I'm getting out of bed and it's painful in the morning. Sitting down on the toilet, painful. Like I was not in a good place with it. There were a few days where I was crying because the pain was so bad. And I remember thinking, holy smokes, I have a month. I have 4 or 5 weeks left of pregnancy. Is this back pain going to last every single day? It was hard. It was mentally challenging, and it's probably been the hardest symptom I've had in third trimester has been the back pain. Now, mind you, I don't have it anymore. So I've been able to heal it. And you can find out how I did that in the third trimester biohacks episode. So I feel so much better now. Obviously, you can hear how energetic I sound probably. And I'm so thankful. Jeez Louise, if I was still feeling like that, man, that would be tough. So I'll definitely talk about that. Things, like osteopathy, massage, some other things I'm going to get into in that episode. In relation to that, I really had to slow down my exercising and change it now that we're here. It wasn't really like that in the first, let's say like the first half of third trimester. I was still riding the Peloton. I was still lifting weights, going to the gym, that type of thing. And now I've had to slow down a significant amount, as in like, I don't take my dog for a walk anymore. And that was in relation to this back pain developing. And now that it's better, I'm very conscious of like, okay, I don't want to irritate it. There's a lot of pressure around my pelvis right now. I want to be healthy, but I don't want to feel like crap. So the way that I'm combating that, and again, I'm going to get more into this in the other episode, but the way that I'm combating that right now is I have stretches that I'm doing every single day, birth prep stretches. and I am doing weightlifting. So we have built a gym in our basement. We are still finishing it up. It's not done yet, but I'm doing these workouts that are great. Like they're on the Sweat app, they're on the Peloton app, but they're weighted. So they're not on the bike, and they are like 15-minute upper body workouts, right? So it'll be like 2 supersets, and each superset has 3 different exercises in it, and you do it 4 times. And it'll be like, it'll just be a bunch of, let's say reverse flies, maybe bicep curls, and then like shoulder press or something like that. And I have dumbbells, right? So it's worked really well now that I've shifted to only lifting weights. And that's probably what I'm going to do until birth is I'm going to do stretching and weightlifting, and that's it. No cardio whatsoever. I move around the house a lot already. Our house is 3 floors. Like I'm up and down stairs. I'm not stationary. I get up every hour to pee when I'm working. I get up every hour all the time when I'm sleeping. So it's not like I'm somebody who's sitting still, but I am just not doing my big long walks. I'm not riding the bike. I'm not doing Peloton, and I'm not trying to get any sort of fitness gains right now. It's simply to stay in the habit of exercising, and also just like helping with muscles and like getting my heart rate up and sweating. That's it. So that's kind of what I've been doing with the back pain. It's been really difficult, and I feel bad for anyone who's had to deal with it for longer than I did. Hopefully it doesn't come back. But I'll talk more about that. There's a lot you can do. The other thing I do want to talk about that's like not really biohacking, but more experience is baby showers. So I had one baby shower in BC, in Vancouver, before we left. And it was with like mostly friends. It was about 40 people. It was in our apartment. And it was like, actually, it was a wine fest / baby shower party. It's called Corks and Cribs. Essentially, you have to like bring a bottle of wine. It has to be under $25, and you have to dress up the bottle so you can't see the label. And then it's a wine tasting. And then everyone votes on their favorite red, white, and decorated bottle. And then there's prizes. So we did it last year. We did it this year. And then we did it in combination with our baby shower. And then if your bottle was decorated in a baby format or like something related to baby, you got extra points. So we did that in April, right before, 2 weeks before we left, with all of our friends. And it was so much fun. A bunch of my friends are there who have babies. Like, obviously I'm not drinking. They're not drinking, like, all this stuff. And it was a really nice, like, farewell party. Makes me sad thinking about it, but it was so fun. So that was great. It was a lot of work to put together. Holy moly. And then we did the same thing in Ontario. So when we moved here in Muskoka, we did it with my family, my husband's family who's here, the family friends. So it was a much older crowd, like these older people that we know in town. My husband's parents live here, and so it was their friends. So it's still about 40 people. My brother came up from Chicago, and my little brother and my older brother from Toronto came, and it was a lot of fun and it was great. So same thing, same wine fest. And thankfully I had so much help for the second one. And I did that at like a month out of the due date, or 5 weeks out. So what I would say with baby showers, like if you're listening right now and you're in first or second trimester, I would do it. If you're doing a baby shower, which I think you should, I would do it before third trimester, or like latest at the beginning of it. Do not do it 5 weeks before your due date like I did, because you are so tired, and like it's not that I'm mentally tired, you're physically tired. So when you plan a party at your house, like you're running around, you're cleaning, you're prepping, everything has to be ready. And then you're hosting the party. So you're on your feet for hours, and then you're cleaning up the party, right? And it's exhausting. So I really recommend like doing it earlier in your pregnancy and not having it be this big thing you have to plan and organize for the second half of your third trimester like I did it. So I had way more energy on my first baby shower than my second. I'm glad I did both, because they were both very different people and I wanted to celebrate, and we got so many gifts, and like, you have nothing. Like before you have your first baby, we had nothing. We were starting from scratch. And so we got so many gifts, and it was really great. But I really do recommend you really be conscious about the timing of it. I didn't even think about that. Honestly, when I was planning it, I didn't even think about, I thought like, oh, 5 weeks, that's plenty of time. But then you get there and you're like, wow, okay. So just be mindful of when you do it, and you don't know how your pregnancy is going to go. So just think about that. Happy I did it though. Happy I got to celebrate a couple of really fun games. Like there's like cheesy stuff online. The only one that I would really recommend, and I recommend to everybody, is I saw someone do this online, is you take a diaper, like you have this bin of diapers for your baby, and you actually have markers, like permanent markers, and you get people to sign them. And then you use those diapers in the future. So we have all of these diapers now from both parties. There's probably like 100 in total, or maybe like 80. I don't know, whatever. And they're signed, and they're not signed with like people's names. Like people write something on them, right? So someone will write like, hope this isn't a blowout, or we miss you so much, or you're doing a great job. Like people are funny about it. People are sweet about it. And it's so nice. Like, I know it will be so nice in the future when I go to use that diaper and I read this and I'm like, oh, like my friend Danielle wrote this message, and like, that's so sweet. Now I'm using this diaper, take a picture, send it to her, connect with her, right? Like it's like my favorite game, because I just think it creates connection in the future. And I know future me will love using those diapers. So that's the only game that I would recommend. It's not even a game, like a little station. Okay. I think that's it for my what I have to say about my experience. I'm also going to do, I think if I have time, I'm going to do a episode on birth prep, because it kind of does overlap with third trimester, but man, I've done a lot of birth prep. Holy smokes. So there's so much you can do like holistically for birth prep. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see if I have time. I hope I can do that episode for you guys. And I really will. I don't think I wouldn't. I really do want to do a birth episode and like review my birth with you. And again, be honest, because I think we need more open dialogue, whether it goes great or it's terrible, God forbid. I'm hoping to just be able to provide insight. We are planning for a home birth. We have midwives and we have a doula. And yeah, we have all of it set up. We have, which I can get into, but we have all the birth prep stuff now. We have the pool blown up, all of these things, because we're going to do a water birth, hopefully at the end. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please listen to the other ones. I do think there is a lot of value there. All in all, I would say third trimester is pretty good. I actually think in general, my pregnancy, I would rate like 8 out of 10. Do I want to get pregnant anytime soon again after this? Absolutely not. Like, absolutely not. I want like a solid 2.5 years before I even think about it, because I want to be able to continue growing my business. And also I want to be able to physically just feel good and not share my body. I know you share your body when you breastfeed, but it's a little different. And so, no, I need lots of time before I do this. I'm at this point now where I feel like I've been pregnant my entire life. Like, I keep saying that to people. I have been pregnant for so long. Okay. Do you understand? I have been pregnant for over 9 months. That is so long. I don't even know what I was thinking 9 months ago. Okay. October, cool. I have no idea. It's hard to even explain to anyone who's never been to this point in pregnancy. It's not that I'm ready for it to be over, because I'm mentally not ready yet, because I have so much work in my business I have to do and so much more prep to do. But I just don't remember what it's like to not hold this much weight and feel like I can wear anything. And yeah. And I actually will say that as well, is the appreciation you gain for your body by this point in pregnancy is substantial. and I think I'm going to feel this even more after birth, is I feel so grateful for what my body has done. Now, I've always struggled with body image issues, and it's gotten better as I've gotten older and understood it more and recognized it and understood where it's come from and healed that. And I've always loved my body. I've always loved being my size and tall and whatever you want to say. Okay. I've always I've always felt good in my skin, even though, you have waves of insecurity and there's things you always would want to change and stuff like that. I've always just felt naturally good. But now, after growing this human, it's so different. I look down at my belly and I'm like, whoa, that's the same body who grew this baby, who grew this placenta, that I've had no health issues. I've had no high blood pressure. I've had no blood sugar issues. There's no preeclampsia. There's no placenta issues of it, blocking where it should come out, anything like that. And so it's been really beautiful. And again, I just feel so appreciative of this body that has done this thing. And because you don't control it, right? So it's so weird to wrap your head around it. It's not like right now I'm thinking, okay, time to grow the eyebrows, it just happens. So my body is doing this massive physiological thing of putting all these cells together to build something, which is so cool. And this level of appreciation and deeper love for my body, I definitely did not have before I got pregnant. Because it's like a performance. It's almost like going to do a marathon or an ultra marathon or a Spartan race or something like that. Afterwards, you're like, whoa, I feel so good. I did that. I physically did that. It's like that with pregnancy, but magnified by 1,000 of I physically did that. I physically grew this human, I guess I don't want to get ahead of myself, but assuming everything goes well, I had a baby and the baby's healthy and we did that together. So it's really cool to kind of develop this deeper appreciation and love versus what it was kind of before, I guess. So I think that it's going to be magnified for sure during birth and after. And I'm curious what I'm going to say about it, but that's kind of my prediction. So I hope this episode was helpful for you. I hope you gained insight from it. If you, relate to any of this. Yeah. I think if you're in my spot and you're at 37 or 38 weeks, wow, good job. You have done so much work. Actually, anywhere you are in your pregnancy, good job. It is not for the faint of heart. It is tough. And I've had a relatively very healthy pregnancy. I could not imagine the women who don't. And I feel for you and I'm here for you. If you have any questions about, holistic health during pregnancy or preconception and fertility, I know a lot about that. So message me on Instagram and I can help you at BIOHACKINGBRITTANY. I'm here for you always. Again, if you want to sign up for my Baby Steps Preconception Health course, let me know. I help people get pregnant naturally. It's great. And I will send you the discounted link. Absolutely. So thank you for listening and make sure you listen to my 3rd trimester biohacks episode as well. Thanks for listening to another episode of Biohacking with Brittany. If you're interested in finding the show notes or the sponsors for this episode, you can do so on my website, which is biohackingbrittany.com. Remember to follow me on Instagram where I'm most active. My handle is at biohackingbrittany. And if you're interested in working together and you want to email me directly, you can do that. My email is info@biohackingbrittany.com. And I look forward to hearing from you and having you tune in next week.